Hi Chan, welcome to another stream. How we all doing today? It is Monday, the 27th of July of 2026. We are back for yet another stream. It's been a bit. I guess it's been less than a week, so that feels nice, I guess. Didn't stream this weekend because I ran a 10K. It was really fucking hot. And it was like 90% humidity. I guess it wasn't really hot. It was like 70 degrees plus, which is pretty hot for a running race. Coupled with 90% humidity and like it's heat stroke in a can, basically. I did set a personal record, but I wasn't too happy with my time. Like, I know I can go way faster, and actually, during my most recent half marathon, well, actually 2 half marathons ago, I set a faster 10K split running the half marathon than I did during the 10K race yesterday. So I wasn't too impressed with it, but it was fine. Let me say hi to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Let me say hi to everyone who's here, and then we'll jump into things. We'll talk about some of the stuff I did offline, because I did write some code on Friday. And I'll show you some of the stuff I did. Major Tanya was here before the stream started and was first. First place, Pete. Good to see you again. Sent from my iPhone, yeah. Johan, hello, hello, welcome back. Mr. Swats is also here. How's it going? Bingham, good to see you again. Data Basics, hello, hello. Pie Thoughts and Prayers, oh boy. Oh boy. I did not win the 10K race, Johan. I was 5th in my age group. There are a lot of fast people there. It's kind of a big race for, yeah. There were like 400 people that give a shit about running there, basically. Kegsa says, I dreamt of a stream this night. That's why I joined the server again. Hello, hello. Good to see you again, Kegsa. Also, welcome back. Yeah. Unknown command MOTD. Did you mean mold? Exactly. Yes. Anthang type out the get status command as got status. Yeah, indeed. Oh shit. Why did, okay, well, how do I unpin a message? Why is the pin so close to the, God damn it. Unpin this message. There we go. That was weird. But yeah, let's talk about stuff I did since last time. This was the last thing we did on stream. And then we released pre-commit. I did a few things. We'll talk about this one in a second. I made a new thing. First is a CPython contribution. Coding Bara, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Eagle PT says I aliased got to get nice. What are we doing today? Thanks, bot. What keyboard is this? Right. I found well, actually, someone made this issue on PyFlakes. Hey, can we add some default ignores for F403, which is don't use a star import? Because, I mean, the stat module documents that it's suggested to from stat import star. Also, Erno seems like a good one too. I'm like, nah, bro. This sounds like a bad idea. That comment, here's the crazy part. That comment in that doc string was written February 4th of 2000. This user is 15 years old. They weren't even a twinkle in their parents' eyes. They were 10 years yet to be born before that fucking comment was there. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a bunch of LLM nonsense, but well, maybe not. Anyway. They were so far not even close to existing. Also, Eagle PT, I didn't say hi to you. Hello, hello. Coding Bar says, how are you seeing Twitch chat in the terminal? I made a chatbot. Yeah. I'm fucking crying, right? JJMC, hello, hello. Good to see you again. Their parents probably weren't twinkling in each other's eye, right? Because it says my older brother was barely in this world. Their parents might not have even met yet. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, Kegsit, I thought you were firmly a Zoomer. Does this mean you've got an age gap? Anyway, I was like, hell no. And then I was like, not anymore. And I didn't even need a news or an issue. And my buddy merged it. Yeah. We'll talk about this guy in a second. The next thing is I realized that my markdown highlighting library, and I cannot remember why. I would have to watch the video from whenever the fuck I made this patch here, because the commit message wasn't that helpful. I'm pretty sure just like version 3.0 was broken, and so I was just like, less than. When really I should have done does not equals 300. I guess I could probably look at. I probably made an issue, but I couldn't. I probably made an issue. Oh, yeah, I guess this was it. This was back when yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. I guess that was it. Anyway, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna let this be greater than or equal to 3. Problematic age gap, oh boy. Cakes of being born this millennium is somehow surprising me. I'm not surprised. TFYM. How the young say it, chat am I unk. What the fuck is TFYM? The fuck you mean? Oh. I've not seen this before. Is this new? Is this a Zoomer thing? Of course, now that I see this, I feel like I'm gonna see it everywhere. What do you mean you don't know TFYM? I don't? Oh, it's raining. Fucking love the rain. Yeah. 5G Technician says favorite Sopranos character. I'm not gonna lie, I've never watched The Sopranos. I feel like it's slightly before my time. Miss Spaceberry, hello, says, hi, Anthony. My partner started looking for split keyboards after watching your stream many times. Nice. Nice. Means Tanya says older as in at least the late 1900s. That's kind of a fucked up way to say that. But yeah, I am from the late 1900s. Times Banda, hello. Welcome back. I'm cooked because I don't know TFYM. Oh shit. MDS Ubuntu, hello. Good to see you again. But anyway, I was like, well, actually, the real reason is Mistoon less than 3 does not work in Python 3.15 because they removed some regex something or another. Yeah, so it didn't work anymore. So I was like, well, I'm gonna run around and find all of my things that use this and try and fix them. And turns out the only thing that was broken was precommit.com, the documentation. Oh heck, did you know Anthony Writes Code is streaming right now? It's true, it's true. Casey says, I'll admit I considered it a few times back when I wasn't absurdly poor. Are you talking about getting a fancy keyboard? Yeah. So what I did here, all I needed to fix was this callback, the link callback, and the image callback, because the signature changed. But other than that, like, it was a straightforward replacement. And I wanted to make sure that the docs generated to the same bytes before and after. And while doing that, I realized that some of the bullets aren't indented properly. Like, there's an extra space here, and Miss Dune actually rendered them slightly differently because of this extra space. So I fixed 4 space characters. Kexus says, Anthony, since I'm a VIP, can I buy a share of the channel and get 0.1% of the subs? Ooh. Somehow I feel like that's against the Twitch terms of service. But I do technically have a company with shares, but I don't think selling shares is a good idea. ZSA Moonlander is such a funky split keyword. Alright, here's my hot take on the Moonlander. Hot take. I think the Moonlander is trash. It's like really fucking cheap plastic and not pleasant to type on. Hot take. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. Christopher, hello. Hello, Mr. Nice Dude. Oh, me? I don't know about that. But welcome. Good to see you. Buying options, I'm betting on the growth of your channel. Have you seen my like view counts recently? I wouldn't be putting stonks on my channel. This number was like double a couple years ago. If anything, we're kind of looking like lift stock. Well, not today, but we're looking like lift stock. We're looking like lift stock. I never said I was a good investor. Oh, there you go. Okay, but anyway, I was able to get byte identical generation by fixing this, which allowed me to do this and this. Hooray! Christopher says you had more tutorials on YouTube a couple of years ago. I haven't stopped. They're still going. I've still got a video, at least a video a week. Admittedly, Christopher, I did used to post twice a week, and before that I posted 3 times a week. And there was a time where I actually posted 5 times a week. But I'm still posting. I'm trying to post weekly. There's still good stuff happening on the YouTubes. Casey says, in Q4 you should switch to being a VTuber. Anthonk the cat boy. At this rate, there was a time when you posted 24 times a day. That'd be crazy. Casey says, I watch every video. I appreciate you. And my phone is going off. Shush. Metal Storm, hello. I don't think I get any notifications about your videos anymore. Well, you should double check your subscribe. I can't do it with a straight face. You know the whole like fucking bullshit that YouTubers are like, well, you should double check that you're subscribed because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you or turn off notification. It doesn't fucking do that. But double check. Make sure you go down below the video. That shit's ridiculous. I was watching some of the old database tutorials. Did you watch my video where I solved SQLite? I solved advent of code using SQLite. That's one of my favorite videos. I did some absurd shit in there. Like and comment and subscribe. Yeah. They be talking about the algorithm like it's Jesus. I mean, kind of true. Hi, Fi. Welcome to the stream. 75% of viewers aren't subscribed. I think my numbers are way worse than that. Let's see. Analytics. Visit audience. How do I even find it? Subscriber bell notifications. 3%. Typical for YouTube, 10 to 30%. Wow, actually, I'm surprised. Watch time by subscribed or unsubscribed. 54% of people are subscribed. That's a lot more than it was. Ooh, my gender gap has gotten worse though. At one point I was like 7% women, and now I'm like 2%. Oh, it's a thunderstorm. Even better. Ted Panda says, please tell me your thoughts on very simple thing. Are you talking about like average comment below, or are you talking about my channel? It's not that YouTube unsubscribes people randomly, it's that people don't really subscribe much to channels as much as they did in the past because they rely more on recommendation servicing videos. Yeah, I used to use my sub feed on YouTube. I find that I don't really do it anymore. There's kind of like 2 channels that I watch most of their videos. One of them is a chess channel. It's not Gotham Chess. It's some brain rot chess channel. And the other is Peach Owl Daily. And everything else that I click on is mostly just recommendations. I guess I watch every single Etho video. And I think I watch every single what the fuck is his name? Australian science guy. Both of the Australian science guys. I guess it's 2 different Australian science guys. Damn, what is his name? He makes really, really unsafe things. Why can't I think of his fucking... I could see his face. His name is Alex. What is his fucking channel's name? Outdated version says YouTube wanted to be cool like GitLab and truncate their production database. So you gotta make sure your stuff wasn't lost, right? Also good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. No, not Nile Red. I don't really like Nile Red. I find him kind of annoying. God damn it, what is his name? Australian science YouTuber. Fucking what is his goddamn name? Here's the Yard podcast where he was a guest speaker. God damn, what is his fucking name? Why can I not think of him? I can think of his second channel, which I also watch. Damn, why can I not remember? No one in chat has said it yet either. Shit. It's not Staro Pyro, although I do like explosions and fire. What is this guy's channel's name, chat? Why can't I remember it? What is going on? Why am I losing my mind? The Devil Kid, thank you for the resub at 12 months. Appreciate your continued support. And you get a fancy new badge. And I'm realizing I'm not logged in to Streamlabs. No one said. I feel like people are baiting me at this point. Why can't I remember his name? Maybe I search dangerous Australian science YouTuber. I did a thing. Wes. We finally got there. We finally got there. God damn it. Holy shit. That was painful. I didn't consider that one science. I guess it's more engineering than science, but sure. S1 Cube, hello, how's it going? Okay, the other thing that I did is I made this new terrible thing. Oh yeah, Boy does some crazy shit. Ormus, hello, how's it going? Post run or here, sounds good. I also ran today. How did you run? Have you ever seen photonic induction? Doesn't post anymore, but it's some wild stuff with mains power. I did not. Maybe I'll have to check that out later. It's more almost getting sued by the state than science. I mean, Boy is more like that. I feel like I did things not quite there. Although quite a few bunch of crazy stuff. I was reading and reading and speaking. Okay, anyway. So I made this new thing called lazy static. Lazy module constants. Think lazy imports, but for assignments. I really wanted something like this. This was my dream, is to be able to do this as the module. Because if you look at this code here, you're like, oh great, I'm lazy importing YAML, so I don't have to wait for this slow thing until it gets used. And unfortunately, this makes the import no longer lazy. And I'm like, fuck. I really want to be able to say that like this assignment is lazy too, so I can keep this import lazy. Or maybe I want to do some module level computation that's expensive, or whatever. And so I was like, damn, I feel like the pieces are in place in Python where I can actually make this work. And so I was like, how can I make this work? And so I came up with kind of a middle ground, which is you import this decorator, you make a function that returns a value, and then all of your code just references the name as if it were the value that's returned there. And then the library does the rest of it. So you could have some like complex computation here that maybe in the past you would put behind like functools cache, or like I don't know, or you would stick it in a module and lazy import it or something like that. But now you can make a function and just use the name of it as if it were as if the value of this were lazily imported. Because that's actually how it works. Is it lazy static, this library turns this into a lazy import, and then you just access the value. You don't have to do any like dot value or any of that other shit. The Python runtime handles computing this once and making sure that the value is available to your code. And it works. It's pretty cool. And you can see here in this little demo, like we lazily compute this value here, print computing when it computes. You might want to defer this for just like a help message where you don't need to actually do that computation. And so you could see like when we call help, we don't get this at all. But when we actually run it, you can see that the value gets computed and the value is produced here. And the other cool thing is I didn't have to do anything special to the type system. It also works with the type system. So you can see here, if we add a reveal type on computed once here, MyPy knows that it's an int. I don't have to do any crazy magic to make that work. That just kind of worked, which is pretty cool. And you can see here that like my example before, I could also define that same assignment as one of these lazy functions. And that's it. That's the thing I made. And I think this is going to be really cool. I also think this might actually be really popular, but we'll see. Devil-Kid says, I'm sorry to say I've become one of those AI bros at work because of how much people around me push for it. Oh boy. Oh no. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Orma says, tempo run training day, 12 times 20-second sprints with 45-second recovery. Ooh, those are very aggressive intervals. Nice, nice. I just did a kind of casual 10K today. Though I did a race 10K yesterday. Kaija says I can do undefined equals undefined. Wait, what? Curse t.pi.back.old. Oh yeah, there's the diff. I should have left out the date stamps. I don't know why. Well, now you know precisely when I wrote this silly little example here. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to show you how this works, even though I'm going to make a YouTube video about this later. So you get the like off the cuff, how does this crazy shit work? Okay, so first, let's look at the decorator. It's a decorator that takes in a function. The function must take no parameters and return some typed value. The decorator pretends that it just returns that value. Obviously, it doesn't just return that value, but it pretends to do that. Now, how does it do this? First, it comes up with a module name that's combined with the lazy static module prefix, then the target module, so where this function came from, and that function's name. Basically, just to get a unique value for that particular module constant that we're going to be running out. Then it execs this string. Lazy from that module name, import capital V. So basically run a lazy import on this empty globals here. And once we've gotten that lazy import value here, so this should always fail because this module doesn't exist. It should never be able to import this. Once we've called this, we call insert finder. We'll get to that in a little bit later, but we basically are registering that function here so that when it gets eventually lazy imported or the lazy import gets resolved, we'll be able to call that function. And then finally it returns that lazy import object. So this decorator mostly is just like register the function, return the lazy imported value of that. The magic of it comes from this insert finder and this lazy static finder. This gets stuck into sys.metapath. Metapath is importer callbacks, essentially. So you can programmatically change how Python import system works at runtime by shoving in importers here. This is how importing from zip files works. This is how 6.moves worked, although no one uses 6.moves anymore. This is how PyTest rewrites assertions in files. A bunch of stuff is done through sys.metapath. But now I've put this lazy static finder in here. And this is the import system is kind of in two parts. It's finders and then loaders. Lazy static finder is both a finder and a loader. And in order to implement a finder, you have to implement this find spec function. And all we're really doing here is if we find a name that's registered in our functions, then we're going to return a spec object that says, hey, we were able to find this, please load it later. Sucker Punch Duck, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. This is basically saying, yep, we found it. Here's the loader to use. It's also me. Loaders are implemented via two functions, create module and exec module. If you want the default behavior, you just return none from this. I don't know why this function needs to exist. Kind of annoying if you ask me. And then exec module, which just is do the side effects on the module. And in this case, it's just assign that capital V variable that we were trying to lazy import here to the value of the function that we call from here. You have to do type ignore because a module doesn't, you can't just, my bed's just like, what are you doing? But we're just assigning this value into here. And that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy to understand how it works. The other cool thing is like, if you put a breakpoint inside your lazy function, you can kind of see the call stack of like why it got lazy imported, which I think is really fun. And yeah, it kind of just works. I was quite surprised. I think the hardest part for me was trying to actually make this lazy object, because it turns out the actual from types import lazy. Oh, you can tap complete. Nice. This lazy import type, you can't actually construct it. It's like type error, cannot create lazy import instances. You can't even do the usual trick, which is to use object.new. It does some like weird fuckery in there. I think you could technically make an object that's like object. What the fuck? Why is my B key not working? I think you could technically do this, maybe? Class assignment only is supported for mutable types or module type subclasses. Oh, did this change? You can't do this anymore? Nice. Nice. Okay. I guess it's been a while since I've done the class assignment, because this is a terrible thing. I don't know why anyone would do it. Beastwick, hello. How's it going? Good to see you again. Yavi, hello. Welcome. Oh, does virtualenv also use? Really? Imports, yes. Oh yeah. Look at that. I guess frozen importer also. And distutil's hack. Neat. Robin's also here. Hello. I know you haven't streamed. Which is fine. But how you doing? Good to see you again. This is one short file, so could it theoretically just be plugged into a local thing for people who don't want to pull in anything remote? Yeah. I mean, just a small little file. You could use the proxy bypass trick. I don't really want to abuse a bug to do that, but Tabby says if you used a Moonlander, your B would be working. Oh, my B could be working. I think my B is actually working. I think I just missed it. I think I slightly missed. How's your marathon on the weekend? I ran a 10K, not a marathon. It was kind of miserable. My time was at 43:18, which was an improvement over my previous 10K, but not my fastest 10K splits. I've only ever run 2 10K races though. It was tough because it was like 70 degrees. It's like 21 Celsius, which is a little bit too warm for race temperature. It's not really nice. And it was like 90% humidity. So it was really fucking hot. Really fucking hot. Also, I feel like I was not very consistent either. Did I post it? Oh, how am I not logged into Strava? Login, password, please login. How do I even do this? Me, my profile. Really? Why does it not let me show yesterday's run? Oh, because it's this week. There we go. What? This is from a fucking year ago. What is this drop down? What? Very weird. Okay, anyway, I did find it. My splits are not very good. You can see my first mile was at a 6:30 pace, which is what I was aiming for the whole thing. And then you can see I was like 6:43, 7:04, 7:17. I kind of fell off. Man, this last mile was fucking miserable. Like very, very disappointing. Cause like you're coming around this corner here and you can hear the finish line, people announcing. And then you're like, here? And I'm like, oh, surely I'm getting close to the finish line. It's getting louder. Here. Oh man, I can see the finish area. We must be getting close. And then you turn this corner and you're like, oh, fuck me. I'm running away from the finish. No. But at least finally when you turn here, you're like, okay, fine, whatever. And you can see that I was like sprinting the finish part because I was like, yeah, fuck this. We're sprinting the rest of it. I passed like 3 people in this last chunk here, which was kind of fun. But yeah, this was tough. Also, her rate was kind of crazy. Averaged 173 over the race. Max was 185 right at the end. I was dying. But anyway, I ran a 10K. Outplayed says I got outplayed. Hello, welcome. Bang Instagram. Yeah, I don't have an Instagram. Mr. Swats is going to bed. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Robin says I considered streaming 2 weeks ago and then decided to chill outside instead. That's probably a good idea. Robin says I deleted Strava. Wasn't too happy with the whole idea of posting my location. Yeah, I usually turn off location for most things. Because some creepy motherfucker used it to find my house when I lived in San Mateo. No fun. Yeah, the AQI is not so great, although it just rained, so it should clear up pretty quickly. Mozart says your keyboard is split in 2 pieces. Oh no! How did that happen? What happened to my keyboard? What are those in real measurements? What's your kilometer pace? Well, the nice thing about 10K is you can kind of just divide this by 10. Right? Yeah. My phone died when I did a half marathon, so I don't have any stats. Oh no! I have a watch, so I did it on my watch. What? Fuck that, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know what it is in real units either. Okay, but anyway. So I made this thing. The last thing that I want to talk about is this one here, which is I went to upgrade the render image in Pregament CI, and I had a feeling. How do I get to this? I had a feeling that there might be something funky with the new node installation approach and the weird like Git bullshit that npm has been doing recently. And so I decided to try in the demo repo against the dev instance of Pregament CI a node hook just to see what would happen. And the build failed to build. And it's erroring on allow get, and it's some weird fucking nonsense here. At get plus file, even though there's no such thing there, and we did allow get equals root, so it should be fine. But for some reason it's not. And I tracked this down to a bug in, I think it's node 11. I think it was fixed in like node 11.14 or something. And I was like, well, that's annoying. So I'll go and upgrade node and everything will be fine, right? And so I did that. I upgraded node to node 24.18 from 24.15, which upgraded npm. Upgraded npm. Upgraded npm to version 11.16. And I'm like, great, 11.16, that should fix this. Everything should be fine. Cool. And so you notice this is version 724, 705, 822. This is important. This part is important. I'm like, great, I upgraded this. Everything should be fine and dandy. Let's run it again. So closed and reopened, ran it again. And this is the most recent run. This isn't the first run that failed. This is the first run that failed here. And I was like, huh, that's strange. It's still failing and it still has the old NPM version. What the fuck is going on here? And I looked and I was like, oh, wonder what Docker image it used. And I look here and it's using the right image, 705.822b. Why is it not using the updated Node version? And I read through the code and realized that when I did my clever languages thing, I made a slight oversight. Outplay says, what type of training do you do? Is it easy in the US in terms of roads and fields? It depends where you live. A lot of places have really stuck for running. I mostly just put on a bunch of miles. Occasionally I'll do a speed workout, but that's about it. Kexi says, I also have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Major Tanya says, time to slot 50 PRs to upgrade Node because V20 is too old. It actually works fine in V20. It's specifically like that stupid range in the middle. Zuzu says, foot cam win. I'll let you know a neat little fact, Zuzu, just for you, buddy. If you go to youtube.com/anthonywritescode at anthonywritescode-vods, every single one of my YouTube VODs, or Twitch VODs, well, from a couple years ago until now, is on YouTube. And I'll let you know on a little secret. 3 of these videos feature my feet. So you'll just have to watch every single one of my VODs to find my feet. Good luck! Ask Marcia to know which ones. Also, there's a chance that it's not on that channel. You might have to go on the old channel. You might have to go on the old channel and go to playlists, and find the streams playlist. Unfortunately, there's too many videos in this playlist, so YouTube breaks after a while. Stop. Oh my God, stop. Somewhere in this playlist from 2019, there is another video where I show my feet. So good luck. Good luck, have fun. Cronus 100K and Quids Quests, thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Are those videos monetized? Most of them are. There's some where they show copyright-free music that happen to sample copyrighted music, and so unfortunately, some of them are not monetized. But yeah, you don't want to see a runner's feet. See, you say that, and most people are like, "Runner's toes are disgusting. Their nails fall off, and their feet are all weird." Mine don't. I've never had that problem. My feet just look normal. What if you put an AI agent to do it? Good luck. Hey, AI agent, watched all these videos and find feet. And it would be like, is this a foot? Is that a foot? There's no way. We really need Anthong to move to 7TV. I think I have BTTV working on this screen. But I don't know that I have too many enabled. Yeah, see, BTTV sort of works. That's the only one that I know works. Yeah. I have 5 emotes. Well, I don't fucking people don't ask for them, so I don't add them. It is what it is. Okay, anyway, so this is broken, and the reason that it's broken is a little oversight. So back when Pregament CI was originally done, there was a single image called runner image. Runner image. And this was a series of layers because it's a Docker image or whatever. And, you know, it used to be like the apt layer, the Python layer, the node layer, etc. This is what the old runner image was like. And part of the pre-commit CI cache key is the image ID of this image here. When I switch to the per languages, the image sort of looks like two parts. One being kind of the what I call the minimal image, and the full image. Still a bunch of layers, but it kind of looks like this now instead, where you've got the same like apt layer on the bottom here. You got maybe the Python layer and like a few other little things in here, but it's mostly just the basics that need to run most of the stuff. And then you have the languages on top. So you might have like Node as a language and Ruby as a language, and well, probably not Ruby, but I don't know, Go or Roost as a language, etc. So these are all the language layers on top. Unfortunately, in this update here, I didn't change the cache key, so I've been kind of lucky for a while. It's still the image ID, but it's still of this minimal image down here. And so when I made an update here, the cache key didn't change because it was the same image ID as the bottom. And so even though I fixed a bug in this layer here, frequency I didn't notice it and was still caching the old language from the previous image. And so we need to adjust the cache key either to be the image ID of the full, which I don't think we can do, or I think I might just use the tag, because the tag is, I treat it immutably and it contains the Git version, so it should be unique enough. It also has the date. So I think we're just gonna switch to that and see how it goes. But yeah, anyway, that's why it's broken. I think if I remember correctly, I have to overwrite this bitmap here, and then I can put this into the Dixaword, into the AWC Paint channel, where I post all of my paint drawings. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be trying to fix this today. Metalstorm says you could probably just OCR chat and see when someone mentions feet, then you only need to watch a tiny bit of video. Do people even mention feet in my chat? Let's see. Grab feet logs star. There are 398 references to feet. How do I grep dash LN? That doesn't help. I guess we could grep dash. I guess we just grab cut. Wow, there's one stream where there were 7 mentions of feet. I probably should have done grep dash I. I'm not showing you these because then it makes your search a lot easier. Let's do sort rn or sort dash n. Wow, there's a stream from 2020 where feet was mentioned 32 times. Why? Fuck. Yeah, this. Yep, I guess that would work. You would be able to find feet via this. Oh, this is before I was a Twitch partner. Because it was Anthon63 Python way back then. Anyway, you don't get to see any of this. Greppers, I just saw this. Nice. Grep for grippers too. True, true. May I recommend a site named Excalibra? No, you may not. Roost is a language. Woke has gotten to you. Yeah. Kansas says I need to do a PR to the bot. Holy 32? Yeah. Robin says found them, not sharing though. God damn it. How did you find it so quickly? Eat. How do I say your name? Ja Gang Zorander. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Robin says by lying. Oh. I see. That does make sense. I would be pretty impressed if you found them this quickly. Although, I think there's actually a faster way to find them, but I'm not gonna share that. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna fix the cache key. That's the plan. And I think I'm just gonna change it to the tag. FF only. I wanted to try and ask AI, but I don't want to end up on some kind of list. Yeah. Oh, also, while looking at this, while realizing the languages have the wrong cache key, I realized that the builds also use oh, not emps. Clone. That the the builds actually use the wrong cache key as well. So those need to be fixed as well. Sorry for the weird name. Comes from a book I used to read when I was a teenager, The Sword of Truth. Ah. Neat. Yeah, so we have to fix this too. So I think basically everywhere that image ID is used, it needs to be replaced with image tag. So that's the fun change that we got to do today. I think I'm going to start with the languages stuff first, which I believe runner steps language. I believe is this part here, this image ID. Yeah. What ID do you use? It's technically not, well, ID is kind of one of those weird words where it's kind of hard to define. Is this an ID? It is my development environment. Is it integrated? Sort of. Is it what people would typically think of as an ID? No. But yeah. Okay, so I think anywhere that I'm using image ID, I need to no longer use image ID. Oh, except these. These are a different image ID. This is something unrelated. But all these other ones, yes. So I think this image info, yeah. This needs to be not that anymore. So I don't think we need image ID anymore. I think instead we want tag. So let's find and the nice thing, so this is like some disk caching stuff, some serialization. The entire instance is replaced, so this is kind of a safe replacement here to break the serialization compatibility here. So let's run the linter and see what it's mad about. Oh, it's got to build MyPy first. Find and replace and ship, kind of, but not quite. I kind of want to be a little bit more careful about it. 90979865 says, how would you handle this situation at work? I'm on a support team with no manager/lead. A coworker often replies to customer tickets first, then privately asks me for help because I know the issue better, and ends up getting most of the credit. What's the best way to make contributions visible without creating conflict? Oh, fuck. You don't have a manager? Who do you report to? Who checks that you actually get shit done? So this is kind of funny in that it has a colon in the file name here, which sometimes is a problem, especially because it's used as a separator. So image ID is never used, so yeah. Because if you don't report to anyone, then how do people decide whether you make money or like you must report to someone at some point. You could also just like talk to this person and be like, hey dude, cut it out, man. But like, I don't know. We have a manager, but we never talked to them since I work in a night shift support. There was a lead senior before, which we talked to in a meeting, but they replaced him recently with a person that is more junior than me. Man, that sucks. Are you afraid they will promote them over you at some point? Yeah, that's something to be worried about, but like, if they're taking credit for your work and that impacts your performance, like, conversations, then I don't know. I would probably start with talking to the person themselves and be like, hey dude, if you don't know something, don't reply to the support ticket. But then again, like that probably also impacts like, oh, you probably have some metric that you have to meet as a team that's like time to response or whatever. And so like, I don't know, you're kind of in a tough spot. Normally I would recommend talking to your manager that understands and like works with these people closely, but it sounds like you're kind of like an absent manager, which makes it a lot harder. And obviously it sounds like you don't want to introduce conflict, which is totally understandable. Yeah. Okay, so now that I have removed Also, I think this should just use tag instead of a file with a colon in it. So we're gonna do that as well. Does image get used after this? Yes, it does. That makes sense. Okay, so I should be able to run my py files now, and it'll tell me where I fucked up because I changed the type of something. So let's do that. This is now tag instead of image info. Image dir equals this. Isn't this just the... Yeah, it's just this part of here. So let's just change this. Path, not underscore prefix is interesting. What is actually used here? Oh, right, because we smuggle a little file into it. I remember now. Okay, so we'll keep that. It's fine. Lang info.lang and image info. Yeah, that seems good. What else is MyPy mad about? Image ID. Yeah. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, so this is just going to change to tag. We don't actually run the image by ID is what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Where's the Docker command? Yeah, I was worried about that. I was worried about that part. This was real clever before. It's easy to fix. It's kind of annoying. Outplayed is lurking. Sounds good. Hey, what's up, Easy Light? Yeah, this is a problem. This should probably use the image info. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Let's fix this first. Hey, what's up, D-Dolls? Hello, hello. Maybe we should just keep the whole tag here rather than the partition part. That's kind of annoying too. It's more accurate though, because this isn't actually the tag. This is just the tag version. Make IOX, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. So we'll just keep this what it was before. Yeah. Oh yeah, we no longer have the image ID in this. Okay. Build is here. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, I feel like I should have needed to change this test. Because this is not right. Oh, because this is wrong. Yeah, this used the keyword arguments, so that's good. This used them also there. Yeah, so this makes sense. Now also, you'll notice here that this volume command will no longer work because there's a colon here. Oh yeah, and then instead of dead beef, it is now 1, 2, 3. Cool. So that's that part of that. Oh, now I gotta do the difficult part. Parts. There's 2 parts. Oh, where am I typing get diff into chat? But on says, when was the last time you've heard the drop song? I think 2 weeks ago? Yeah. Yeah, so we still have these problems. Nothing like walking outside to let Suit out and it's a fucking oven. That was basically my race yesterday. This is annoying though. Although I guess now that we've tagged the image, we can actually just use tag. And I think we can actually just find all the places where we use image ID and replace it with tag. And if we roll back, it should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, but the key name is going to be different. Is that okay? That's probably fine. Probably fine. That makes me nervous. But I think it's fine. Oh, no, it is not fine. It is not fine because the actual table definition itself includes that. Hmm. Hmm. That's a little annoying. I could dual publish and then change it in Terraform and then... My vibe coded UI looks very vibe coded. They all tend to look the same shit, don't they? Okay, so we can't actually fix this one, which is fine. Yeah, that seems right. Seems right too. This is just the same as the other code. Oh. We actually no longer have this information. So this change will be user visible. Yeah. It's fine, I guess. We actually don't need image tag because it is image. Which we probably can do on the other one too. This is different. This is a different script. Emma! Right? I don't know. I don't know why it happens so often. But thank you for the resub at 73 months. It's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by as always. And how you doing? Good to see you. Spirit's also here. Says, what version of Python have you been using the most? I have no idea. Probably either 3.12 because it's System Python in 2404 or 3.14, which is System Python in 2604. Because I do sort of have job. And they use 3.11, but I don't really do that much there. Like, I'm clearly working today, as you can tell. It's contracting, so I can kind of work whenever I want, or not at all. Short key length, long key length. Did the actual key shortening algorithm happen here still? Yes. I make sure this is in the key. Right, this is where we're gonna fix the other thing too. Oh, but it's args.image. So we're saving one character. Might as well do it anyway though. Does 314 have the GIL still? It does or it doesn't, depending on whether you use it. Or if you built it properly and all the other shit. I don't really use free-threaded at all. Emma says, doing well, very busy right now. We're going to get a Roost API for CPython going and 7 other things. Yeah. Story of my life, right? Whatever happened with the GC revert and the LTS releases? I talked to both of the two of the 3 Debian maintainers and Ubuntu maintainers, and I don't think they... What was that? What was the fucking version for that? 3.14.5 seems new. Is it not? What was my video on this? Reverted. What version is this from? 3.14.5 RC1. So they did eventually upgrade it, it looks like. In fact, I guess there's 3.14. Wait. Oh, this is not. This is. Sorry, this is Dead Snakes. This isn't relevant. What did they do for not noble? What the fuck is the new LTS called? Why can't I remember? Resolute. Let's see. Did they actually do anything? Buffalo Blue, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I think it was impending. Show Python 3.14. With a dash. It is version what? 3.14.4. So no, it is still using the old one. Unless there's a patch, but I don't think there is. So we'll see. LTS, Ubuntu LTS hasn't done anything with it. Yeah. So still fucked if you're running Resolute, I guess. Washed up Anthon, can't remember the Ubuntu name. Brainwashed, let me tell you. I'm sure Kexit can tell if Kexit is still here. I forgot my meds today. So all of the voices in my head are yelling and screaming. It's a wonder I can actually get anything done right now. Because my brain is a scrambled fucking disaster. I couldn't remember a YouTuber's name earlier. Can't remember the fucking name of Ubuntu releases. It's a wonder that I can write any code here. But yeah, my brain is a mess today. So yeah, more reasons to use Dead Snakes. Well, unfortunately, Dead Snakes can't really. Well, I choose not to package the upstream Pythons because there's too many times where they break the system, and so I'm just like, no, I will not do that unless somebody pays me. Which people have paid me to do that before, so it happens. It happens. But that's a fucking goddamn nightmare to do. Metal Storm says port to roost. Spirit says I've lost my appetite to write software ever since AI became good at it. So you haven't yet lost your appetite to write software? What do you do if you burn out? I don't think I'm gonna burn out. I barely do anything anymore. I'm burned out on saying no in issue trackers. That's about it. Robin says, how many people with ADHD does it take to change a light bulb? A lot. We want to go for a bike ride? Hell yeah. Maybe not in this weather. At least you're looking fresh. I mean, it is what it is. We got some W's. Okay, so we've answered. We cannot change the key there, so it should only be in the deploy script and in this table definition. Otherwise, we should be good. Let's push that up. Spirit says, Anthony, you're so funny. Oh, I mean, I try and be funny. I don't know that I'm always funny, but I try and be entertaining. Otherwise, I think it'd be a little less fun to watch this. Do I think I am funny? I think I can be funny. I certainly try and be funny. I certainly have a weird way of saying things and sometimes come up with ridiculously hilarious phrases. So, yeah. Funny how? Funny looking. No, I don't know. Do I ever get imposter syndrome? I mean, there's some times where I'm like, do I actually deserve people paying attention to me and watching my videos? And like, it's really the negativity of YouTube comments and GitHub issues and all that other shit kind of makes me feel a little fake sometimes. But then I think about it and I'm like, nah, you know, millions of people use my software and like I have all the things in life, well, pretty much all the things in life that I would want. So like, nah, I think I'm doing all right. So I don't really get that imposter syndrome that much. There have been times where people like say things that I think I don't, that are like too nice that I don't deserve. But yeah, I don't know. Shrugs. 909 says, I'm really funny with my cousins, but usually get serious guy vibes with other people. Ah, nice. Major Tanya says, you do deserve the positive attention. Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna run deploy dev please, and it's gonna take a while, and I'm gonna go fill up my water while it does that. And then we'll play around with things, because I have a sneaking suspicion this shit's broken. But we'll see. I'm gonna fill my water. I will be right back, and I will see you in a sec. Hello, I'm back. Spirit says that comment is intended for whom? Is it an AI? Absolutely not. Oh, did the comment not even post? Hello? Oh, there it is. Oh, my clock is skewed. I'm like, how did this happen in the future? I clicked the wrong button. This one. Cool. That was really hard to click. No, there's GitHub workflow that listens for this comment and another comment. And the please is important. If you don't say please, then it doesn't work. It is building the AMI at the moment. Hello, Mr. GitHub. Why you know? Why button not worky? Well, I know it's not done yet, so yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, I guess I can show you the trigger. Issue comment created or edited. And if it is an issue comment and it's on a pull request and the body contains this, or it's workflow dispatch where I click a button, or it is the result of a successful workflow run, which is filtered to this. That is how this job gets kicked off. And that is how the dev deploy happens. So it's intended to be like fairly automatic. I don't know why I can't expand this. This feels like old GitHub where you couldn't watch it live. Did I get banned? Like, what the fuck? Why? Is GitHub having a day? What the fuck is going on? I can expand this one. Why can't I expand this one? It's really cool. You can basically make it work with a funny comment. Yeah. Dynamic and why, right? I don't know why. I don't know why this is empty. This is really weird. Usually this redirects. So I don't know what's going on, but I guess we just wait and see what happens. Maybe you're getting rate limited with a 403 because fuck the standards. That could be possible. Let's see. No, it's a 200. It's 4.9 kilobyte transferred over the network. Resource size 0 kilobytes. So it just gave me an empty file. Real cool. Very cool of them. Yeah, I don't know. GitHub rate limits entire region, geo-region sensitive 403s. Yeah. Yep. GitHub has all sorts of funny errors that it hides behind weird status codes. Like they use the joke status code 451. Which is not I think it's not a standard real one. I think it was just a joke that people have adopted. Currently a proposed standard, yeah. But GitHub uses this for people that are banned for copyright infringement. And we'll send HTTP 451 to GitHub apps, which is kind of annoying. But Sometimes GitHub sends 403, sometimes they send 500. Well, most of the time they send 500. Sometimes they have 200s. Oh, this finished. Can I see the streamed output of this command now? Still no. That's super weird. This feels like old GitHub. Did they roll back to fucking 2022? I had to check what the current year was. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Uh-huh. It built the AMI. Hooray. Now we're waiting for it to actually apply that. We get that a lot for the Android app I do support for. The update check calls release latest endpoint. See if new versions are available. But with many users in SEA, Southeast Asia, they just get a 403 instantly on the first try, and we have to explain why GitHub is rate limiting them. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. So I guess we just have to wait a little bit. Unfortunately. Well, I guess while that's waiting, I will log into GitHub on my second account so we can actually validate this. Get this password and put it into this box. And then I just need to remember I gotta do phone stuff. Maybe you got added to some testing group, but instead of experience, you get the holdover UIs. Yeah, GitHub stars to GitHub dinosaurs. Man, that wouldn't surprise me. It's like, oh yeah, we forgot to turn off this feature flag from 2001. Good luck with the broken UI. Oh no, you can see the code. It's fine, it's whatever. You would need so much more information. And the code's invalid now. Okay, we've got the second account logged in now. So we're ready whenever this finishes. Oh, it's done. Hooray. So now it should tell me that it deployed it. And I wonder, not here. I wonder if I can deploy the old, this one. Will this still let me deploy it after it's been? I don't think it will. Yeah, I was gonna try and deploy this version. But I think the new version already got deployed. So let's see what validate does. This should pass. Okay, so the minimal validation works. Not that one. This one? Yeah. So I close or open this. It should pass now. I did want to check. What version did you use? Okay, so it's using the new version. So we won't actually be able to validate whether this fixes the problem or not. But given that these built, I guess they built on, they probably built it here. Yeah. So given these built and ran, I'm feeling pretty confident with this change, but I do want to see what this does. It did autofix here, so I think this worked. Checked one file in 4 milliseconds. Fixed one file. Yeah, so we did download node. We did build this. So that seems good. And just, I want to see. Node was cached. So this seems good. So I'm actually going to merge this into here just because I think the additional check is useful. That we're running node in addition. Because if I didn't think to do this, I would have broke node for everybody. Should have been pretty bad. So we'll leave this in the validation repo. I think that's all we need to do here. So I am happy with this. So let's merge it. And then we gotta wait for it to deploy again. And that's gonna be kind of boring. So I think I'll probably just wrap up here. Oh, there's one other small thing that I can do while we're waiting. All repos. Actually, I haven't cloned in a while. I haven't cloned in so long that my token is gone. That's weird. There are tokens there. Did GitHub rotate all the tokens again? So hold on a second while I get myself a new token. Why did they do that? Let's see, what tokens do we have? Oh yeah. They got rid of, they deleted some of my tokens. That's weird. That's really weird. Isn't that a little suspicious, chat? Smartest says Anthony Soprano. Kegza says I'm back. What did I miss? You missed a Kegsit call out. I'm regenerating a token because I don't know why it's gone. Which one? Oh, just that you usually guess whether I've taken my meds or not every stream. And you haven't guessed for this stream yet. I've made new token. So I can get rid of this now. Okay. I think we're good. It's not on the screen anywhere. Copy some random text. Yeah, we can go back to the screen now. Kegza says you have taken your meds so I don't have to guess. Haha! Gotcha, motherfucker! I have not taken them today. The voices in my head are screaming. Robin says this token was definitely not compromised at all. Silently deletes the token. Nothing to see here. Please carry on. Right. This should succeed now. And I wanted to grep for a particular package. So we will do that real quickly. Because it says, damn, I guess therapy works on you. On me? I haven't been in therapy in a while. And I don't think therapy helped any at all for ADD. It just helped me better recognize toxic relationships. Hmm. Damn tit. Wait, what? Are my guesses worse than random? What? Why did I get an email for this? Oh, the old play. Maybe the real meds were the meds we forgot to take on the way. Yeah, fun fact, if you watch any of the streams before 2021, that's also unmedicated me. The voices were loud. What am I doing? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for this. Yay, it's done. Coverage. Oh, I'm surprised this thing uses it. And there's explains video that goes over this thing. Activator uses it, but I don't think I have. Do I have commit bit in that repo anymore? Does I have commit bit in this repo anymore? I think so. I think I do somehow. I guess we'll fix those two repos then. Apparently this package is no longer needed because coverage now ships a PTH file since like a long time ago, apparently. Apparently. You're not distracted though? I mean, that's kind of normal. Git wrapper that links your videos whenever Git returns non-zero? Whoa. That'd be pretty wild. Why are there so many dependencies? What the fuck is matplotlib doing here? IPython. Why is IPython here? Oh, this motherfucker. Okay, makes sense. All right, so apparently since coverage 5, this is coverage 4. Was I misled? Someone told me that I don't need this anymore. Was I lied to, or does coverage also give the same exact PTH file? What? Why did it install coverage 4 and now coverage 7? But hey, there's the PTH file. They tried to do the same hacky bullshit that I did. This doesn't actually do anything until Python 3.15 because path files are run in arbitrary order. Oh, but they use the same environment variable. Coverage process start you can't see because it's off screen, but cool. So somewhere in here there's a less than, I guess. Remove constraint once off Python 3.6.0 on Xenial. Surely surely we don't need that anymore, right? I think 5.x has this. Oh, let's put 5.0. Nope. 5.1. .2. Surely we'll find it eventually. 5.3. Maybe I should bisect better. Let's try 6.0. 7.0. This is new. 7.1. Excuse me? This is really new. 7.2? Seven dot 4. 7.5. Still no. What the fuck? We're running out of coverage versions. Isn't 7 the current major version? Wow, there's a lot of minor versions of coverage. Have I done any Pascal? No. 7.13. We got there, boys. Git dash dash explains E0308. Mismatch types in roost. I see. Why does every single picture of Sam Ellman look like he's got caught jorking it? Because that guy is high on fucking drugs all the damn time. Alright, so we need 7.13. I don't think this is used at all. Let's randomly run the tests in Python 3.13. I'm pretty sure these run like fish shell and shit, so those tests will fail, but whatever. Like shell 1 is probably fish or zeesh or something. Zish. So bad password. So we'll try with Zish real quick. Oh no, you typed the password with the keyboard cam. It's true. It's true. I did. You got me. Again. Alright, so does this still work? Oh god. What the fuck? Autopip8 failed. That kind of makes sense. Because Preakmit's super old. 92 to 100. What? Those are branch failures. But these are actual code parts. There's no way that works. Let's try 311, I guess. Evil Anthong secretly types good password. That would be pretty funny. There's a lot of logging. Yeah, Toxin's pretty noisy. It used to be less noisy. And then I stopped working on the project. Huh. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. This shit is definitely run. Huh. Space Dog, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. That's really weird. So what's different about this? Coverage.process startup. Coverage is started if one of these environment variables is defined. So what's weird is that this was not defined. So how did this work at all before? Oh, is this set in the makefile maybe? No. How the fuck does this work? Oh, is this considered good enough? This doesn't enforce 100%, I guess. That's the difference. So the difference is just that predicament is failing. So this is actually fine. But I feel like this is not correct. Like this is supposed to have... I think it's supposed to have this. Oops. Elemental Magic's card game says, hello, is it time for Idris 2 yet? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I just checked and it is indeed time for Idris 2. Did coverage go up? No. What the fuck is going on here? So this should pass now, but I love when a new grad gets put in charge of developer experience and migrated to GitHub and uses AI to design the whole architecture. Surely no one who has been there for 10 years and wrote all the original pipelines should be involved in this discussion. Oh, yikes. That's wilding. Okay, so this will probably pass now. There's no enforcement on coverage, which is a little weird. So I'm pretty surprised this is not called at all. Yeah, it should be called here. Coverage process start equals this or empty string? Oh, is it supposed to be the directory? There's an edge case there where it's in the pipeline where things can deploy straight to prod without passing tests. Oh my god. Or a non-prod deploy first. Amazing. Oh, amazing. What a funny way to spell show-stopping security flaw, right? This still doesn't seem right. Yeah, because it should run it here. Oh, this is... I can tell who wrote this code and it's not me. It's like this should run activator in it and the coverage should get covered because of this. It's weird that it's not doing that. Why is there like weird lag here? Oh, it's really, really weird. It's like 200 milliseconds of lag typing in this terminal. I bet Talk does some like weird funky bullshit. Do I have the wrong fucking thing here? Is it setenv? It should run activator. You need it, bro? Yeah. Oh, okay, good. We're getting failures now. So now it's actually working. Lag's really annoying. Okay, this seems to be working now. Please, please, please. So hopefully now it should have 100% coverage. Or it'll just fail. Oh, motherfucker. What is going on now? Why? Well, we'll find out. Very slowly, we will find out. I wonder if I control C if it'll show me the failed test. It does. Could not use data file, unable to open database. Why is it trying to write the database to the root of the file system? That doesn't seem right. Because I think this is wrong. I should add max fail equals 1 to this command. Clearly I should be looking at a project that does this correctly. Yes. Data file. Well, yeah, we put max fail equals 1 for now. What does activator do? Activates things when you cd / deactivates when you cd out. Yeah, exactly. Could not use data file this. because it's supposed to be top instead of that. Are we upgrading coverage for activator? Yeah. MAMP will be Vambi v2. Yeah, when it's written in Roost. Okay. This deployed, so let's look at this. So validation passed, so we can deploy. Nope, not all caps. We don't yell at the robots. Deploy prod, please. Motherfucker! We did all that, and it still didn't improve the numbers. Why? Why didn't Go? Because Go fucking sucks. Okay, so that code is definitely being called. So what the fuck? Why is it not make virtual env tempter? What the fuck is that doing? Oh, because it has to make a virtual environment. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Oh, this makes sense. That's not a real virtual env. So, why the fuck is this not being coveraged? Toto says what you need is code coverage, it'll fix everything. I'm trying to turn it back on. I don't know why it's not working. It's super weird. Super weird. Oh. Oh. Why are there these here? Oh no. Oh no. I'm used to not having this file be this way. Okay, top and data file. Yeah. What coverage do you go for? I'm a 90s guy myself. This should be 100 because it used to be 100 before it got open sourced, and then someone mistakenly made it not 100. I'm gonna remove this here for now. If I TD and someone nudges me correctly, I do 100? Yeah. My advice is generally to get it to 100 and then leave it there. Alright, we still have raise ass. Let's get rid of our ass raising. Config value defaults not coverage. Data suffix. Okay. This is weird. So there's only one coverage file this time. Ass raising live on stream, right? So this is super weird because this code is definitely run. Let's see what happens. That looks fine to me. Okay, so this is how we can check if it's already been initialized. Random hacker says writing code in Nano in 2026 is something else. Yeah, I agree. Pretty wild, huh? Except if you look closely. Much silence, very thonky. Hey, what's up, Nalish? Good to see you. So it says the coverage is active at this time. So what the fuck? Why? What? Why is it not coveraging? I also dislike that I have to raise ass to debug this. This looks bad all red, yeah. Even if it's nano is good, hell yeah. Nano sucks if you're not an expert at Nano. That's true. Function process startup. Oh, I didn't actually get the attribute part. It was dot coverage, right? Yeah. I had a boss call me an expert at everything. I must be really smart. Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, the fucking data file is there. So why doesn't the data file get written? The simplest way is to use the patch equals subprocess setting in your configuration file. Why did that not take me to the... If the new environment must copy over this variable. And we can try that. That seems a lot simpler. So the problem is I don't think, like, this is supposed to do like an at exit thing, and I don't think that's happening. Autosave equals true. And I don't think that's happening. Yeah. That's the weird part. Nano can be fine for scripts, but not for writing real software. Excuse me? You have 89 in your username, so I assume that you're born in the 80s. And yet, you lack wisdom. Chad is dunking all over him, to be fair. Yeah. This is very weird. I feel like it should be doing the thing, but it is not doing the thing. It was bad because it's not supercharged with AI sparkling emoji. Or it's 88 plus 1. That's also true knowledge, but I feel like they wouldn't do that. This is fucking real weird. This is real weird. Let's try the other way, which is to just say patch equals subprocess. And get rid of this guy and this guy. And see what happens. So that clearly doesn't work. What if we put you back? No, unfortunately, cursor has too many other real meanings, Dota. Yeah, so this doesn't work, I think. Good one. Good one, Major Tanya. So we're back to being processed here. But where the fuck does the file go? Chris does have a lot of meanings. Thanks for pointing it out. Yeah. This is so weird. Because it does write it. Oh. Oh. It's running it from site packages, not from editable. Which I think we can just get rid of this. Let's get rid of our ass. You can point it out again with minimal lag. You're right to push back on the blocking of the word cursor. It doesn't just mean the editor, it also means so much more. Would you like some example definitions of the word? Kill me. Kill me. Good yoke, Major Tanya. Alright. Prod has not deployed yet. What's going on here? Oh, there's probably a lot of instances running. Yeah. 12 to go. Let's put our ass back in again. Figure out what's happening. Yeah, so it is, this is why, I believe, this is doing the wrong thing. Oh, it's horrible that I learned the alt code for M- by heart. Yeah, before banned word, yeah. Okay, so the problem is that it's writing coverage for the site packages file and not combining them? But that's real weird. Does this just fix things? Hey, what's up? Eric RNG. Knackle Eric, good to see you again. Panword wasn't intentional. That's funny. This is a real strange. Let's remove the ass again. And I know that we don't need this shit anymore. Oh, and this didn't help. And this is cov defaults. Oh, we need to actually enable cov defaults. I don't remember how to do that. Tester passing, which is a good sign at least. But please, coverage, please. Fuck! Wait, this number is different. Wasn't it 46 to like 60 something before? Oh, because we put 4 lines above there. God damn it. I gotta switch to and start playing Legends EA. Dude, it's so bad. The game is so repetitive. It's so bad. There's parts of it that are fun, but the loop of it is not very fun. This doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why is coverage not able to save its file? Got so sick of fighting the rogue mega evolutions. Yeah, that shit sucks. Those boss battles are so repetitive and so not fun. These coverage misses make sense. These do not, because when we put Ray's ass there, they do get run. I don't understand why. See, this seems weird to me. What if we do this? Is it running all the tests? There are assertions that are never false, and they're written as if statements. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna fucking ignore this. I don't know why this isn't working. It's really weird. Oh shit. Okay, that's interesting. We now see both of these files here. That's different. Why aren't they treated as the same file? Well, you'll notice those lines where we're raising ass are covered here. Hmm. One's a real file, one's a test file? No. Also, I thought I had set use develop equals true here. Did I just edit some random fucking file elsewhere on the disk? Because then there should only be one Python file. I thought I already tried that. Did I just not save the file? Hey, what's up, Beastwick? Yep, I'm still here. There's a bug in my house. How? Where did you come from, bug? I'm running out of time, though. I have 25 minutes left before I gotta go do something. Bug in your house? Yeah, I gotta patch my house. Didn't know it was a software house? Yeah. All code sucks, including my house. Please. 97%. Fuck yeah, okay. Now we're cooking, chat. Now we're cooking. Now we can actually figure out what's wrong. $236. That is never covered. Nor is this. Uh, 336 is also never covered. $92 to $100. Command is not done. So this should always be none. Vidya, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. We can do this. And 109. We can do that. So that should get the other lines. Oh, I don't need dash R anymore. Shit. Oh, I'm surprised explains cherry space pick worked. Nice. It's pretty straightforward. But yeah. There's time dash L. Is that you? If there's time, dash L. If there's time, I sent you a DM with a PR. You can check it out if you want. I unlocked a powerful REPL feature. Neat. Okay, so now we're down to just these lines failing. And so I think I'm just gonna set 99 and call it good. But I don't remember how to do that. So let's try that. And someday I can fix the rest of the coverage. Script kitty writes code. All right, this is the dumbass that decided they wanted to get banned. Goodbye. What the fuck do you mean? Where's the error? Why does it just... Oh. Okay. Oh, this is the red line. I was like, why is it erroring? Alright, what did we actually do here? We needed to get rid of this. We did that. Okay, coverage RC. I think we can put this back now. In fact, I think we might even be able to do this. Mizu, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Didn't want to get misclick banned. I always ban people using /ban. I don't snipe people with the clicker. That's too error prone. Did the thing finish? It did. Hooray. Probably shouldn't deploy in the middle of Updog Day, but I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I hate that they changed this fucking thing. This is the only useful thing. We know this works because we tried it earlier. So we can merge. Last time I was /banning was on Freenode via Ursi. Good old times, true. I don't think I've seen Anthony ban anyone before. Yeah, sometimes I ban people. Okay, that apparently is needed. Why? Let's try this version of it. Fucking A, man. Does it just need test? No, the correct coverage is 99%, which it does need to test those other things. The incorrect coverage is like 86% or something like that. Does it need to be pointed in the test folder? Okay, so this is working now. So this is the version that's correct. Yeah, it needs to know where this actual source lives because it cds to slash to normalize working directory. Okay, so that's good. Add that file. This is good. What else do we change? We made that more grumpy. We set development mode, we set coverage process start, and we set top. Oh, we should uncomment this. Good. Oh, we can get rid of this too. And now we're going to find out I don't have the commit bit. I'm not going to be able to do this. Seaplane says, hi, Anthony. You don't use AI. Does it look like I'm using AI? Uses actual intelligence. Right? Oh, there's no auto merge here. Okay. All right. Hopefully we have enough time to do this repo as well. Which it literally should just be doing this. And I think I actually don't even need this as well. My back hurts. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm thankful I don't maintain any big open source projects anymore, so I'm mostly safe from the sloppers. Man, if only it were that simple. But I get them, I get very annoyed, and there are very many of them. Yeah, so I just needed to get rid of coverage-enable-subprocess. It's pretty slick. This one was a lot easier than the other one. Because this is actually working. Unlike the other repo. Oh my god, what a mess. Holla holla, we done boys! I do have some sloppers I have to deal with at work, but thankfully the close PR button works wonders. I guess you can't close lock ban like I do if it's coworker. Cool. Oh no. Focal, why? Because Focal is too old? Is Focal dead? Hooray! We can get rid of Focal. Funny when a PR diff starts off with enabling AI settings in VS Code. Oh no. Focal D's nuts! Indeed, Kexit. Indeed. Vocal fry says in a vocal fry? Mm-hmm. Alright, so this is what I actually wanted to do that I thought would take 1 minute, but actually took an hour. Focal fry? No. No. Okay, delete you. This needs to go to production. Fuck off! I don't want side tabs. I know I have too many open. I didn't take my meds. Leave me alone, Chrome. I had every intention of taking my meds, except that I forgot them the first time. But then I was like, it's fine. I have a new prescription to fill. Surely my pharmacy will have my prescription. And they didn't! Which was quite annoying. Okay, so we gotta wait for that to finish, then we'll rebase this. That's not needed, you're not needed, you're not needed. Goodbye. Yeah. That's done, that's that. This is done. That is still that. We should no longer have this. Cool, and that's it. I'm gonna wait for this to finish off stream, and I will click merge after that. But my name is Anthony. I upload educational content to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/anthonywritescode. Go subscribe there. If you miss any part of the stream, those end up on the second channel at anthonywritescode-vods. And join the Discord. That's where I announce streams. That's where we hang out. You can ask questions. You can have a good time. Yeah, but thank you all for stopping by. I will see you around, chat. Have a good one. Peace.